Hi and a very good evening to you all. Traps people fall into. There are 6 traps. Majorly, I would say coaching center traps. I'll tell you on that. Now, basically, once upon a time, a student told me that particular academy gave my friend 4,000 pages of notes. How many pages is your notes? So, my question is, who will do your dental pulse? Now, at that time when the student asked, there was I think 2 or 3 volumes of pulse. Now it's 4 volumes. So who's going to do your dental pulse? The biggest thing you have to understand, dear students, please understand this. Your dental pulse is the biggest notes you have. Unless and until your other notes is less than 500 pages, I would say. It should be less than. Your academy notes should be less than 500 pages or not more than that. Definitely, we give you detailed notes, PDF notes, but I always tell you, write down the lecture notes, because definitely your PDF notes at the end of the year is not going to help you like your handwritten notes is going to help you, because you write it, you see it, you listen to it, you revise it, your own handwriting. Okay, so basically don't fall into the trap saying that now see, when I started my preparation, trust me, during my internship, which was my first attempt, okay, where it was not very good, but then I didn't know this. I ordered for a set of notes. I was standing on the table and it was almost of the same height. Sorry, I was standing on the floor and the books were on the table. It was of my height. That much it is. Who's going to learn that? One, please understand the second very important thing. Notes will never teach you the concepts. Okay, notes are never going to teach you the concept. The moment notes starts teaching you the concept, you can compare it to a textbook. It's a textbook, it's not notes. Notes should be very precise. The moment it becomes precise, it's not going to talk about the concepts. So unless you don't have proper lectures to guide you with, then the notes are not very effective. Please understand that. Okay. Now the second trap most students fall into is information is more important than concept. Some people tell you this. They give you 2 hours of lecture with lots of information. Simple terms, take the textbook, key points entirely in the textbook being presented in a PowerPoint. And they never teach you the concept. Now that's a big problem, because now see, there are 3 types of lectures. When it comes to your entrance preparation, you can find more types, but when it comes to your entrance preparation, there are 3 types of lecture, you can call it. One is those lectures which simply teach you only concepts, which will be very short, very short. Now second group give you lots of information but never going to teach you concept. You have to sit the entire day and mug it up. Okay, whole day goes, though the lecture is 2 hours, to learn that you will take 6 more hours. Okay, the third is teach you concept as well as give you the relevant points, key extra information, which is very precise for your entrance preparation. Now why is that important? See, you watch 1 hour lecture. The moment you finish the lecture, it should take just 20 more minutes to just brush it up and learn it. That means 1 hour lecture should be learned in 1.5 hours in total. Okay, definitely taking out the notes helps you in a better way. So it's very important now. In simple terms, imagine fractures. If you ask me to take lectures on fractures, I can take it for 4 hours, 5 hours, including the entire Fonseca. Okay, and even in your biology and every standard textbook, I can take and I'll just teach you. But now that much amount of information is it required for you? The moment you get that much amount of information in all subjects, you will never get time to revise, nor you will get time to solve questions. You will be simply in the trap of learning more and more lectures, which is in fact not required. Trust me. Okay. Now you come to the next. No one talks about guidance. Once I was visiting a college and I met a student there, and in that same particular college, we have one of our toppers studying, doing her MDS there. So this particular lady met me, and as well as the other one who joined some other academy, and she just came to me and asked like, my academy is saying that they have given all the portions, okay, in one place, and they have asked me to learn by myself. So initially I felt it very comfortable, but now I don't have any guidance on what to be done. Now, if you're a BDS student, if you're in your third year, final year, fine. Okay, because definitely you have got your theory exam, you are preparing for NEET, it's good to have concepts. But now you have 1 year in front of you, the next year, the first attempt you have to get through, you're aiming to get through there in the first attempt, you should have guidance. Without guidance, it doesn't work out. Okay, now if you go to the next part, you can do whatever you want at your comfort. Now, this is a part of the previous one. Like, people give you a lot of content and say that no need of any schedule, no need of anything. You just do at your comfort. You say, wow, I can do my own way. Now, please understand that you should have a plan. Okay, you should have a plan. I'll come to this again in the next one. Okay, which is okay. Before that, I will read the textbooks first. Now, please note one thing. You get 2 weeks. If you just calculate 12 months, 10 months, 20 subjects, if you just divide them, you'll get 2 weeks per subject, hardly. Okay, 2 weeks per subject. In between this, you have to do multiple revisions. You have to cover extensive areas, everything. The moment they say you that do at your own comfort, the problem is that some subjects you take 1 month. Some subjects you take 3 weeks. For you to finish this very effectively in 2 weeks, you have to have guidance. One. Now, the moment you start reading textbooks, again the other problem comes. As I've told, you get 2 weeks per subject. So how much textbooks can you read? That has to be very problematic. Now, definitely some will debate with me. My friend who did entrance examination, who topped 3 years back, 4 years back, 5 years back, 10 years back, they read textbooks. They said they read textbooks. Yeah, at that time, Dental Pulse volume was only 2. 1. Second, there was no guidance provided by hardly there was 1 or 2 academies. Okay, people didn't know also. So most 90% students were self-preparing. Now the thing is that literally each and every student is spoon-fed. As I've told you. Now you don't need to read textbooks. A real-time example I'll give you. Those who know the current advances in dentistry, they understand this better. So before, what we used to do to give the patient a crown, you have to prepare the tooth. Okay, then you have to take the impression. You have to send it to lab. Okay, the lab people then pour the cast. They create the dye and lots of procedures. Then they prepare their the crown, they trim it, all those things happen, they send it here, then the fit is not correct. It's a very long process. Now what you have? You have digital scanners, no need of impression, patient sitting there. Okay, you prepare the tool, digital scanners. Okay, and then next step is what? This scan is sent to the CAT cam. CAT cam prepares the crown, right then and there, half an hour. The crown is ready, final polishing, dim, gone, patient gone. So now imagine one clinic is on this side which is doing all this process, and on the other side there is another person who is saying that I will send my works to this particular lab 500 kilometers away. Now what is going to be the situation? So please, this is what the reality is. You have to know the reality. I'm not saying that self-preparation will not work, but then there is definitely there is an amount of risk involved, okay, in that. Okay, but definitely at this stage, those who are writing web exam, don't fall into the trap of coaching centers. Right now, there is no time. Do whatever. I have put a lecture, okay, how to plan your next 2 months. So do that, okay. But for those people who are preparing for next year, definitely keep this in mind. Okay. Now, Dental Pulse is not enough. Now Dental Pulse is an amazing book, no doubt. And the entire India who is writing the exam, 30,000 students do this, and this is where my thing which I've told, this particular thing. I think the 300 students writing the exam. This major scenario comes from there, because anything repeat from Dental Pulse, no one is going to miss out. So your rank is going to jump up. But now the thing is that Dental Pulse doesn't teach you the concept. It's some random questions out there. Okay, but yeah, so this is another trap people fall into. Their seniors tell you dental pulse is enough. Dental pulse is enough, no doubt. Okay, but the problem is that have you understood the concepts in dental pulse? Because the moment you understand the concepts in dental pulse, and you learn the dental pulse, you master the dental pulse, you go for the exam, come back, you realize, oh wow, the questions were entirely from dental pulse. But then, how much effort you have put to understand the concept, they will not tell you. They will tell you dental pulse is enough. But now the thing is that you start dental pulse, you learn dental pulse 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. It's not working. Okay, so please understand this trap as well. Okay, so these were some very important key understandings of things. So that's it for today. Have a great day ahead and take care.